what's good? This Beats by B Team back with another tutorial, and today we're going to be talking about guitar melodies and how you can spice up your guitar melodies. And also I'm going to be giving away like bits and pieces of sauce all the way throughout this video, so make sure you watch the whole thing. Alright, so to start off, the first to get into it, the sound I'm using is an Ample Guitar M2 Lite. It's a free guitar plugin, and it's actually probably one of the most realistic guitar plugins I've heard. And the reason for that is, if you, for example, let's say like you're playing two notes right here. Let's say you're playing like a C sharp and like E, G sharp, like that. If it's not possible to play all three of these notes in this like arrangement on an actual guitar, it won't even let you play the notes, and it'll sound super weird like this. Or like, so as you can hear, like it's not actually playing all the notes because it's not physically possible on a guitar. It also has a lot of like stroke noises and just like realistic guitar sound effects that you would have if you're actually playing guitar. Alright, so to get into it, I'm gonna put the BPM to like 125 and start building guitar melody. So I'll start with the bass notes and just make something like that I like, that's melodic and catchy. So that's good for the bass notes. So now I'm just gonna build some chords around the notes. But when you're playing guitar melodies, the guitar can't play a bunch of notes in the same octave like this. Like it won't be able to play this, as you can hear. Or like it sounds super weird. So what you're gonna want to do is, let's say like you're playing this C sharp chord. Maybe you're gonna just like invert this E note like up to here, like that, and it sounds a lot better. So that's pretty good for the basic chords of the melody. So I basically just played the chords, and then for each chord, so if for example like the C sharp minor chord at the beginning, I just took the middle note, I just brought it up one octave like that, and just kind of, you know, you can take the slicer tool and just cut wherever you want, or you can just, you know, draw on the melody, just give it more bounce and vibe when you're actually playing the guitar. And I just brought this top note up just one semitone like that. So I'm just going to take this whole progression and hit Control B to latch paste it over like that. Then in the second half, I'm going to change a couple notes and make it, you know, sounds like extra melodic. That's what I like to do. Alright, so it's an important thing to note with this plugin, with the Ample Guitar plugin. If you have three notes like that are super close to each other and they be played on the same string of the guitar, if you play the notes like that with legato, it turns into like a slide effect on the guitar, and it'll sound a bit different. Listen. But if you go like that, it's like you pluck the string every single time you play it. If the notes are like just like the length of each single note, you know, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Alright, so that's pretty good for the bass melody. Now I'm gonna show you guys some secret sauce. Never before seen secret sauce. Okay. So we're gonna route that to mixer track number 1 right here. Click this little circle at the bottom to record, and hit Alt R to record a wave file to the playlist right here, and we can just click it in. Also make sure it's on cut remainder, so you know you don't have a tail at the end. We're gonna open a fruity slicer now. This is secret sauce, like I said. So we're gonna take the fruity slicer and we're gonna take the melody and just drag it in there. And go to a new pattern like that. We're gonna open fruity slicer and we're gonna hit this little slice tool up here and go to beat. So it'll make a new slice for every beat. It'll play so like the first beat, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. And now so we're gonna play it like that, and we're gonna listen for clicking noises because it'll usually click when it switches between all the slices. So you hear how it's clicking? So we're just gonna drag up the attack to make it kind of fade into to each slice, and the decay to make it fade out of each slice until we don't hear the clicking noises anymore. Now we're just gonna drag up the tempo to maybe like 150. Now that gives it a completely different bounce to the melody, because what we did is we took slices, and each individual slice, the guitar is getting played at 125 beats per minute, or the tempo we had at before. But the slices are sequenced at 145. So we're just gonna put that also to track number 1, and we're just gonna also bounce it out to the playlist like that. And we can delete the old one. So now this is our guitar that we're gonna be using for the song. So I'm just going to route that to mixer track number 1 and add an equalizer to it, a fruity EQ2. I'm also going to add a fruity convolver for a bit of reverb. And the difference between the fruity convolver and the normal reverb is the convolver, they actually record sounds in real life spaces. And so, like for example, like the Montclair Church, they would have gone to the Montclair Church and recorded the sound there and kind of analyzed like that reverb and what happens to it. And they're gonna apply the same reverb to the guitar, so it'll sound a lot more realistic than the normal fruity reverb too. Alright, so that's good for the guitar melody, so now I'm just going to build the beat around it, and yeah. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the video today. Again, thanks for watching. If you learn anything useful, subscribe. Please help the grind, you know, support the channel, come be a part of the family. And also, I'll also leave a link in the description to the published beat video that I'll have out as well.